had a driving rainstorm make its way through the plains, and it definitely is going to be a factor here this afternoon at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Throwing on second down. Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a second consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Play action. Now Wilson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
On the ready.
First and 10, it's Richardson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. They go play action with Richardson. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Third and long for Richardson. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out right at the 35. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, that's one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Off play action, Richardson. This pass caught, it's Woods. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
Touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra points up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing is Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
1st and 10, Taylor now to about the 26 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Richardson to throw off play action. And he wisely will throw that one away. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Okay, ready?
Play action. Now Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Kylan Granson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
14, Broncos nothing. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Richardson to the air on 1st down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's on the tackle, Braden Smith. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To the right side, this is Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Here we go.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Richardson off the play fake. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Rolling to his right. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Take it in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but The way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
What's up with you, bro?
On third down, Wilson.
What?
And this is caught by...
Oh, come on, man. That is great. That's a pick.
Javonte Williams, 71 yards. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Maybe that is the boost that this offense
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive. Oh, Jesse Jackson is, nigga.
Exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a miss hit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They'll try the left side with Taylor, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Richardson. Wide open receiver, complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Here we go, here we go. 79. 19 White. 18 Randall, 18 Randall.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On first down, Richardson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time, because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
This will be caught.
Hey, man. Look, man. They need to stop, dog. Stop it.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Play action. It's Wilson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it. Buying time to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
Now it's Richardson. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
This time they stay on the ground.
5-yard dives and shit.
Fairly one-sided game so far. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Here's Richardson to throw. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. They find some open field here. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 82 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
When you see a big-time run to the outside, it always comes back to setting the edge, doesn't it?
Absolutely, and they were perfect at setting the edge there.
And the funny part is, both sides of the ball talk about it. The offense has to set the edge so you can get outside. The defense wants to set the edge to control things so they can kick the run back inside.
Offense wins there.
Offense won big.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and 3. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our 2nd half blowout material. A give for Taylor running right side. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Touchdown, Colts. Jonathan Taylor, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bonito. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fights.
You gonna keep watching that same highlight? Seriously?
They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
They go play action now. Wilson. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. 41 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick from 8 yards out. And the Broncos take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Point after, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They go play action with Richardson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action with Wilson. Flush to it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. Looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. And some room to maneuver. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. They brought the
all that pass interference, man. That was a whole lot of goddamn pass interference.
You have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
It was Rashaan Evans there to put a nice hit on it.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
14.
To throw is Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 31 yards. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead down to 20. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
On the stick.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think it might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Wilson finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
On the move to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your...
Williams loses the football, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. From his own end zone, it's Richardson. Rolling to his left. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And the most curious way there to break.
They throw the ball. The nigga was wide open.
It winds up a safety. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Go 14.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be
Thank you.
the third time. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season, but on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Indianapolis, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to